Okay, so I guess I could say that I officially made it in my YouTube career, considering that I got this suitcase for free. MVST, if that's how we pronounce it, reached out to me proposing that they offer me the suitcase in exchange for a review. I asked them if my review could be completely honest, and they said, yes, we want to hear your real feedback. So I said, sure. I love trying out new gear, and especially gear that looks this cool. So here we go. Here's my honest review of the MVST Treva Aluminum suitcase in gunmetal. The first thing that struck me of the suitcase is the aluminum finish, and it's actually like a proper aluminum shell on the outside. Holding in the hand, it's nice, it's sturdy. It does add some weight to the suitcase, although that aluminum should be lightweight. It's coming in at 9.6 pounds, so there is some heft to it. It's a 38-liter carry-on suitcase. They have larger models, a medium and a large as well. So this is the smallest option they have, coming in at $560 Canadian. So it's definitely a premium price tag for a carry-on suitcase, but how they're marketing it is compared to the luxury suitcases of this world, like Rimowa would be the best comparison in aluminum, but for a fraction of the price of that. From the looks of it, the construction is pretty good overall. The shell is really nice, actually. The riveting is well done, reinforced corners. The wheels slide really well, so that's a nice touch. They have these soft closing handles, which are really satisfying to play with. One thing I enjoy is that there's no zippers. They have a rubber seal around, and you close the case with these combination lock pads. You could clip both down and it locks the suitcase, and then you set a code to be able to make sure it's secure. They're TSA compatible, which is great and makes for a just more seamless way of opening and closing the suitcase. Inside, it's as you expect. Some basic organization in there with some tie downs and some pockets to be able to organize your stuff. Pretty standard on any other case, a telescopic handle that you're able to have set to different heights as well. I've yet to travel with this case. I just got back from a backpacking trip and honestly rarely use a carry-on proper suitcase. I had a carry-on backpack that I really enjoy. However, I did want to eventually buy a suitcase, so when they proposed to gift it to me, I was very happy because it was quite serendipitous. So, I've not yet tried it out in the real world. I think it would do perfectly fine, even if it was a checked luggage. It seems extremely sturdy and would not have any issues. At first, I thought the combination locks were maybe the cheapest part or the cheapest component within the case, but upon further inspection, beneath it is really full metal. It seems quite solid actually, and there's nothing that gives it away that it's a knockoff. It seems just overall decent quality or even good quality. So at the end of the day, what I have to figure out is this worth $560 Canadian? As I mentioned, I got this for free. Would I have bought this with my own money? It seems steep for me for a suitcase. But then again, if you had cheaper alternatives like what I would have probably started with, and then you're comparing to upgrade to get something more robust that might very well last a lifetime, yeah, I guess that's a good deal. I'll have to see it out in the real world, but what I really like is just overall the look of it. It looks great. It's a sleek suitcase, especially in the gunmetal color. But quickly searching the web, now that I have this for an aluminum suitcase, it's really at a decent price actually. You have the cheapest alternatives for $100 to $200 on Amazon. Then you have this, and then you have the Monos, which I've received a bunch of ads actually during my trip, priced around $600 to $800, and then the Rimowas at $2,000 plus. At the end of the day, it's either in the same ballpark or a quarter of the price of the high-end options and 2 to 3 times the cheapest options, which kind of makes sense. So if you are shopping around for a new suitcase, this is definitely an option worth checking out. I have nothing really bad to say. I have to see how it holds up in time, but pretty cool. Thank you MVST for sending me my first free product to be able to share an honest review. I appreciate it. If there's other brands that want to send me free shit, go for it. I'm more than happy to share my opinion, and hope you enjoyed. Hope this helps. and I'll see you in the next one.